Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into the world of something that, you might see every day if you're a tea drinker, but maybe don't think much about. We were talking about tea scoops, that little tool, right? The one that gets your tea from the tin of the pot. And our mission really is to unpack everything about them. We'll look at where they came from, some fascinating history there, explore all the different kinds you can get now, and hopefully give you some pointers on choosing one that works for you. Prepare for some genuinely surprising details, I think. It's more than just a spoon.
It really is. It's amazing how such a small thing can be so significant. It's not just about scooping. The material, the shape,
Right.
It all impacts how you handle the leaves, the precision, the whole, feel of making tea. And its history really mirrors the journey of tea itself.
Okay, let's dive in then. History first. We have to start in ancient China, right? That's where so much tea culture originates. Think about gongfu cha, the traditional Chinese tea ceremony. It's not just dunking a bag.
Not at all. It's intricate. Multiple infusions from the same leaves, very short, steep times. So getting the amount of leaf exactly right each time is absolutely crucial. It affects the flavor development across those steepings.
Right, so the scoop wasn't just like a handy tool. It was essential for the ritual itself. Often made from bamboo, maybe wood, sometimes beautifully carved too. Real artistry involved.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is how this idea of precision carries over when tea travels. Take Japan and the Chanoyu ceremony. The tea scoop, the chishaku, is just as vital, especially for matcha.
Ah, right, the powdered green tea.
Yeah. You need that specific bamboo shashak to measure and sort of gracefully sift the powder into the bowl. You want that perfect smooth consistency and no clumps. It really highlights that the scoop is about control, about intention.
Okay, so from China and Japan, very ceremonial, very precise. Then tea hits the West. What happens?
Well, it becomes less about strict ritual and more about social status, leisure, especially in the 17th, 18th centuries.
Tea parties and salons.
Exactly. And the scoops change dramatically. You start seeing them made of silver, brass, other metals, often incredibly ornate, little works of art, really.
So less about the tea itself, maybe, and more about displaying wealth and elegance.
To an extent, yes. They became part of the whole sophisticated tea drinking package. A real shift in materials and design reflecting that different cultural meaning.
Fascinating journey. Okay, so that brings us to today. What kind of scoops are we likely to find now? Because there's a huge variety out there.
Oh, absolutely. A scoop for pretty much every style and type of tea. And the material makes a real difference, not just in looks.
Let's break that down. First up, the traditional bamboo scoops. Often long, thin. They look very classic.
They do. They have that natural, lightweight feel. Very aesthetically pleasing, gives you that authentic ceremony vibe. The main thing is they can be a bit delicate. You need to handle them carefully and dry them properly.
Okay. Then you have wooden tea scoops, maybe cherry wood, walnut.
Right. Similar natural appeal to bamboo, but often feel a bit more solid, more substantial. Some are beautifully carved. But here's an interesting point. Wood can absorb aromas.
Ah, so if I use the same wooden scoop for, say, a smoky Lapsang Souchong and then a delicate white peony.
You might get some flavor crossover, yeah. Now, for some people, that's actually a feature. They dedicate a scoop to a specific tea, and it develops this unique character over time. But if you drink lots of different teas, you might need, a few wooden scoops or choose a different material.
Okay, good point. What about metal scoops? Stainless steel, maybe silver still?
Yep. These are often sleek, modern looking. Their big plus points are durability. They're tough and they're super easy to clean. And crucially, they don't hold on to smells or tastes at all. Very practical if you switch between strong and delicate teas.
Any downsides?
Well, they can feel heavier. And maybe they lack that organic warmth you get from wood or bamboo. Some people find them a bit clinical, though some high-end ones are designed to reduce static, which is actually useful for very fine teas.
Interesting detail. Okay, ceramic scoops next. These can be really beautiful.
Definitely. Often handcrafted, lots of colors and shapes. You can match them to your teapot or cups. And ceramic is non-reactive, so zero impact on flavor.
But I sense a but.
Fragile. That's the main thing. Drop one, and it's likely game over. So you need to be a bit more careful with them.
Right. And finally, the ubiquitous plastic tea scoops. Cheap and cheerful.
Pretty much. Lightweight, very affordable, come in loads of colors. Practical for maybe a travel kit or if you're just starting out. But yeah, this raises a question for someone serious about tea. They're less durable, they can stain over time, and they can hold on to odors.
So maybe not the best for really appreciating the nuances of fine tea.
Possibly not in the long run. They might subtly compromise the purity of the experience.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting then. With all these choices, bamboo, wood, metal, ceramic, plastic, how do you actually pick the right one for you?
It really comes down to your habits, your teas, and what you value. There's no single best scoop.
So, first factor, material. We've just covered the pros and cons. Are you after tradition and feel, or practicality and ease of cleaning?
Exactly. Think about that sensory connection. Does the warmth of wood appeal or the cool efficiency of metal?
It's the size and shape. This seems really important.
It is. If you drink lots of big, leafy teas like white teas or some oolongs, you want a wider, maybe flatter scoop. It lets you handle the leaves gently without crushing them. But for fine black teas, or especially powders like matcha, a deeper, maybe narrower scoop helps control the dose and prevent spilling.
Makes sense. And precision, does that vary?
It can. Some scoops are just better designed for accurate measurement. Some even have little lines marked on them, like a measuring spoon. If you're really meticulous about your ratios, that could be a feature to look for.
Okay. And durability is obviously linked to material. Metal's tough, ceramic less so.
Right. Be honest about how careful you tend to be.
And finally, aesthetics. It should look nice, right? Fit with your other tea things.
Absolutely. It's part of the ritual. Choosing something you find beautiful enhances the whole experience. Making that cup of tea should feel good, start to finish.
So finding your scoop is about balancing all those things. Material, size, precision, durability, looks.
Exactly. It personalizes your tea ritual.
Okay, so you've chosen your perfect scoop. How do you actually use it? Seems simple, but any tips?
Generally, it is simple. Choose your tea. Use the scoop to measure out the amount you want. The usual guideline is about 1 teaspoon per cup, but that varies a lot depending on the tea type and your taste. Then just gently transfer the leaves into your teapot or infuser. Try not to spill. Then brew as normal, remembering different teas need different water temperatures and times.
Got it. Now, what about looking after it? You mentioned care earlier. Caring for your tea scoop, why is that so important?
It's crucial, partly for longevity. You want your nice scoop to last, but more importantly, it's about flavor purity. Leftover tea bits or absorbed aromas from soak, for instance, can really mess up the taste of your next brew.
Okay, so specifics. Bamboo and wood scoops?
Rinse them with warm water right after you use them. Get any leaf bits off. And this is key, no soap. Wood and bamboo are porous, they can absorb it, and you'll taste it later. Not good.
Right, no soap. Then what?
Let them air dry completely. Don't put them away damp. That's how you get mold. And for wooden ones, maybe occasionally rub in a tiny bit of food-safe oil, like mineral oil, to keep the wood conditioned and prevent cracks.
Okay. Metal scoops must be easier.
Much easier. Rinse with warm water, maybe a tiny bit of mild detergent if needed. Dry it thoroughly to avoid spots or rust. That's usually it. Polish it now and then if you want it shiny.
And ceramic. Similar.
Pretty much. Warm water, mild detergent. Just handle with care. Remember, they can chip or break. Dry well before storing.
Finally, plastic.
Again, warm water, mild detergent. Just avoid harsh scrubbers that could scratch the plastic, creating places for stains and smells to cling to.
Dry thoroughly. So the care really links back to the material. And it's not just about cleaning. It's about preserving the taste of the tea.
Exactly. It's showing respect for the tea, in a way. Keeping your tools clean ensures the tea itself can shine.
Okay, if people are now thinking, right, I need a better scoop, are there any brands that stand out? You mentioned a few implicitly.
Well, there are lots of good ones. For instance, Tevena used to be known for quite elegant bamboo and metal designs.
Hario, the Japanese glass company.
Yeah, they do lovely wooden and ceramic scoops, often designed to match their teapots and drippers. Very stylish and functional.
If you want something super practical, maybe with measurements.
For Life often does durable stainless steel ones, sometimes with markings. Really solid for everyday use.
And for that traditional handcrafted feel.
Brands like Art of Tea often have beautiful artisanal bamboo scoops. Real focus on the craft.
What about more budget-friendly or wider variety?
Adagio Teas usually has a pretty broad range, plastic, metal, different styles, generally quite affordable.
So lots of options depending on what you prioritize.
Precisely. Whether it's the look, the feel, the precision, durability, or just the price, you can find something that fits. It's about matching the tool to your own tea practice.
So wrapping this up, What's the big takeaway here? It seems like the tea scoop is, well, much more than just a scoop.
I think so. It's not just a mundane tool. It's actually a key accessory that helps you get the best from your tea through precision. And choosing and using one thoughtfully can really enhance the whole ritual, making it more mindful, more enjoyable.
It elevates it from just making a drink to something more intentional.
Exactly. And maybe a final thought to leave people with. The care and attention you give to something small, like choosing and maintaining a tea scoop, might reflect a deeper appreciation for the process, for the ritual itself. There's something about finding beauty and purpose in these small details, these overlooked objects. Perhaps that mindfulness can spill over, bring a bit more attention to other parts of life too.
That's a really lovely thought, finding richness in the small things. So our encouragement to you is, embrace the art of tea brewing. Maybe find a scoop that really resonates with you and just savor those moments. Happy brewing.